seated. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome everybody here this afternoon to Joel, Mike, and Megan Thomas Celebration of Life.
There will be a short program and the bar is open. We now invite Kenneth Asante to come up.
So I will just say a short prayer, and then after that, we'll move on. So just short prayer. I hope everybody can hear me quite well. Everybody, yeah? Okay, that's good. Jehovah, our loving Father, we would like to approach you this evening as your children. We know we rely on you so much, and it's unfortunate that we're here today in remembrance of Joel. We know that he was loved by many, and you loved him as well. And even though we are here today to remember him, we also know that you will remember him as well. And you can't wait to resurrect him when the time is right. You know, it's in the very near future. We all look forward to that. But until that day, we pray that you help us, give us the courage, comfort us during these trying times. And as the days and months turn to years, may we all be a source of encouragement for one another, and especially to Joel's family. So, Father, we would like to leave this evening's activities in your hands. We know everything will go well and according to plan, and we surely hope to, in the end, be able to thank you for everything you've done for us. We honor you. We love you very much for all you do for us, and we offer this prayer through your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. All right, so at this point, we would like to invite Kian Joseph to give the memorial talk.
Good evening. My name is Kian Joseph, and Joel Thomas was my uncle. I know, looking among the crowd here, he would have really appreciated to see so many people he loved and who loved him. I want to thank everybody for coming and for all the setup that was involved in all of this. Yes, Joel would have loved this. In his life, he valued many things, and one of those things was his faith. Yes, his faith was something that was important enough. I can't hear you. Okay. I think, are we able to amplify this a bit? Seems, okay. This is already pretty, all right. In his life, Joel valued a great many things, and one of those things was his faith. Yes, his faith was important enough that through everything he kept it. And when you translate the name Joel, it actually translates to Jehovah is God. It's a rather direct thing and something that is very appropriate because he really loved his God. When considering his life, I immediately thought of the biblical story of Job. Both Joel and Job experienced great sickness in their life, and yet their faith was something they held so close to them that they remained. To take a quote from the Bible book of Job, it says, "If a man dies, can he live again? I will wait all the days of my compulsory service until my relief comes. You will call, and I will answer you. You will long for the work of your hands." Yes, there was a promise here given. Job believed that even in death, his faith would carry him forward. He knew that his God loved him so much that it would continue even after he died, that there was a promise there for resurrection. That is something that I believe helped carry Joel through some of his most difficult days. During this sort of sermon, you might often hear the perfect nature of the deceased. You might then think that, well, a lot of us may not fall into that perfect category. Because the reality is, we are not perfect. Joel was not exempt from this fact. And yet he still had a great confidence in the fact that his God still loved him, and he still loved his God. Earlier, when speaking of the hope of resurrection, that was explained in the book of Acts. And it said, "And I have hope toward God, which hope these men also look forward to, that there is going to be a resurrection of both the righteous and the unrighteous." So really, none of us fall firmly in either of those categories. Can we really say that we are fully righteous or fully unrighteous? No. Reality is, we live our lives as people. That's all we can do. And with that same thing applying to Joel, he was confident in this fact. He felt as though his God would hold him dear. That love he felt for him would continue. Something I really wish is that I knew my uncle better. I look across at many of these faces before me, and I realize that many of you knew him better than I did, knew him for longer than I did. Immediately, I think of my Aunt Jenny. She was there with him at every step. She helped him, practically carried him to every appointment, to everything that he needed to be there for. And of course, his nephews, Jalen and Jaden, who you've already seen, they were invaluable to him. He was somebody that they loved, and they reflected that in their actions. Really, being here now, it is a tragedy, and that's something to acknowledge. We may be here to celebrate a beautiful life, but also to acknowledge the fact that we have lost a light that really shone brighter than, I think, anything I could ever have done. I feel many of the qualities that Joel had are something that I see as a good example and something I strive for. You know, I recall a time when I was no older than 12 years old that I was in the kitchen of where Joel was residing, and I talked to him as my uncle. We got to talking, and he told me about how he was studying to be an electrical engineer once upon a time. And I knew for a fact he was a DJ now, and he spoke of that with such light in his eyes. I was curious what made him not want to pursue such a prestigious education any longer. Well, he gave me the runaround for a bit, and I, being the curious kid I was, managed to get him to talk about it a little. And he told me, and it really stuck with me, that it was what he loved, what he was good at, what he was passionate about. And that is something that has always stuck with me. Because he put his all into what he did. He felt that it was something that if he could work hard enough, he could put his all into, he could become the best. And sadly, that was something that, although cut short, he managed to do well. And success or failure, he was someone who was passionate, and that is something I will always respect. Really, he was taken too soon. And although that is a fact that we will have to live with, another thing to remember is we are here to remember him, but also to celebrate this occasion, to talk about him, to not let his life be something that's so easily forgotten. Yes, we can laugh, we can cry, we can do whatever is necessary, what we feel we need to, as long as it is here together. Because that is what brought us here. But we should remember Joel, not just somberly, but as the great man he was. he did his best, just like the rest of us. And I hope that in time I'm able to perhaps apply some of the same great things I learned from him. I'm sure that's true of many of us here today. Although, when we look out into this crowd, I'm sure I'm not alone in feeling like seeing Joel would have been something amazing. And frankly, it still holds in mind that he was gone too soon. Far, far too soon. I wanted to reiterate the fact that though he had his faith that he would see us again. Yes, he believed in that resurrection. Perhaps some of us might share that faith, that we will see him again in some form or another. Let us hold that dear in mind as we remember him. I want to again thank everybody for their attendance here and for listening to me for this time. I appreciate it, and the family appreciates it. Speaking on that subject, I wanted to ensure that I open the floor to some of his family, first being his dear mother, Pamela Thomas, my grandmother. If she would like to say a few words, I'd like to invite her up now.
Joel Michael Megan Thomas was the son of the late John Megan Thomas and myself, Joycelyn Pamela Thomas. Joel is the last of 6 children and the last of 3 boys, and the second boy to pass on. There is just 1 boy left, Joey, and 3 girls, Judy, Jennifer, and Joanne. I pray that I will not have to lose another one. Joel started school at Teacher Nola's daycare. Then he went to Catholic kindergarten, which he did not like. He was transferred to Westmoreland School, where he stayed until he was graduated with his CXC certificates. When he came to this country, he pursued studies in civil engineering at City College. He was there when the 9/11 occurred, when the Twin Towers were bombed down, and he volunteered his services. Hence, I would say, his cancer over his body. At City College, he met 2 friends, Jamie and Todd, who were making music. He joined them and performed, and they formed a jam cam group. Joel got very involved in this music, and he was making music everywhere. Apart from all this, Joel was a very loving and homely child. The night when he got sick, I remember him saying, "I think I have to go to the hospital now. I don't know when I will see you again." Lee Major was there to take him, and Jennifer was with him. This started a long road, hospitals and doctors and surgeries. For 2.5 years, Joel suffered immensely, and Jennifer was always there to help him, and Lee Major was ready to transport him wherever he had to go. Jennifer was always there to help him and to see that he got the care that he needed. Even the doctor had to comment that he never saw a sister take such care of a brother. It was around this same time that I got sick and had to be hospitalized. I could not take care of him. Instead, he was coming to rehab to take care of me every night. Thank you, Jennifer, for taking care of Joel. Thank you, Lee, for the assistance that you gave. Thank you, Jalen, for being more than a son to Joel and Jaden too. Thank you everyone who supported in one way or another. Now he's gone and cannot be replaced. I pray you, Jehovah, that you keep him safely until the day that you will resurrect him. The last words he said to me on Sunday was this: I don't want to die. I don't want to die. There was nothing that I could do to prevent it, but what I have to do now is to live a life that when Jehovah resurrects him, I'll be there to meet him. I am asking you, all his friends, to please turn to Jehovah and learn why people die, what happens at death, and how Jehovah will resurrect the dead ones to live again. Then, if you're there, you'll see him again when he resurrects. Thank you.
So at this time, we'd like to introduce my mother, Joanne Asante, if she wants to say a few words.
I didn't want to be here because it made me just think that it's real, that he's not here. Joel called me Big Head. That was what he called me. Because I like to read, and he said that every question he's ever asked, I could answer him. That was just, I guess, what he felt about me. I don't know most of you because he wouldn't let me come to any of his parties. He told me that was not for me, and that was him being my brother. So I missed a lot because now I hear that he wasn't really amazing. Joel was my little brother. That was just what he was. He was very, very kind and caring. I don't know. I guess everybody has different parts of him that they know. For me, he was the person that called on the phone, sometimes early in the morning, sometimes late at night, and we'd just talk. We could talk for hours because he was really incredibly smart. And he just was someone that was easy to talk to for me, no matter what was going on in my life. No, he didn't want to die. He strove very, very hard not to. And one thing I wanted to say today is, I know especially as men, as West Indian men, nobody likes going to the doctor. I know we all do our exercise, we all do our vegan diets, we all do all of those things. Please go to the doctor, get checked. That could save your life. It could mean catching something before it reaches stage 4. Please, if anybody wants to remember Joel, remember that. He did so many incredible things and he had so much left to do. Please get checked. Even if we do our herbs and everything that we do, also go to the doctor and get checked. As far as Joel goes, I just want to hear him on the phone one more time.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Errol George, cousin to Joel and the Thomas family. At this time, from the George family, I'd like to extend our condolences to the Thomas family. Joel, as we know, was a very energetic, he loved life, loved to live, go to parties, love music, love to travel, love the ladies. That's man of my heart. Yeah. So he will be missed. We all love Joel. Sometimes, as we might ask ourselves, what is life? I will describe life as the space between birth and death is how we live that space. And Joel's space was very short. I want this to be a lesson to all of us here tonight. Let we all learn from this. Be good to everyone. Let's be kind. Respect each other. Because we never know when our time will be coming. And he'll be coming some days. So this I say, I ask God to give the Thomas family strength at this time. And may his soul rest in peace. Thank you.
My name is Rhea. I'm Joanne's daughter. I know that Joel was a lot of things to a lot of people, but to me, he was just Uncle Joel. He was the coolest person I knew from the time I was very little. I remember him taking us for walks and showing us cool things, but mostly I remember being a little girl who wanted to be cool enough for him. I was never allowed at his parties either, but I remember watching videos, and the thing about loving music is it becomes a stage for everyone. He never wanted it just for himself. He showcased amazing talent in everybody, and he had this incredible way of bringing people together, bringing joy to the whole room, whether it was a new dancer, a new musician, a new artist who may never have found an audience otherwise, and maybe some of you are friends because of him, and I know that will last, and you'll share memories of him. I know also that as family members, we've lived all over the country, but we're here again together, loving each other stronger than ever, because he loved us. And my auntie Jenny, she brought us all here. She's given us all, a chance to rise, and we're all thankful for the time that she gave us with him, because she fought for him in ways that none of us were able to do. I never really saw my uncle without a smile on his face. Joy is what he knew, but like my grandmother said, he wanted to live, and that meant that he lived down to his last day. And I hope that you all say I love you to the person next to you, because you can. Say it to your mom, your dad. Because you can. And there's nothing more important, nothing bigger. Love like he did. Bring out talent like he did. Create a stage like he did. Whatever you can do, do it for him. Thank you again, Auntie Jenny.
My family, I extend deepest sympathy to Pamela and the rest of the grieving family members on the passing of our beloved Joel. Joel, my nephew, whom I have always loved and admired, has been a kind and caring person. I remember when he was a child, I stayed at his parents to recuperate after having surgery. He would come to my room to make sure that I had everything I needed. With such a caring attitude, I knew he would grow up exemplifying these character traits. He then migrated to the US, where I met him on 2 of my visits. And although much older, he was still that disciplined, compassionate person I knew as a child. On one of the calls I made to my sister, his mother, I learned that he was not well. I spoke with him, and since then, stayed in contact as long as I was permitted to. As his condition worsened, I would call or text him 2 or 3 times a week assured of my support and love, to which he would respond, "I love you, Auntie." Then when he was not responding on his own, I would speak to him through Julie, his sister, and I was told he would respond with a smile. Although he is no longer with us, memories of his grit and simple life will always linger with us. So, sleep on my nephew Joel. Hope to see you again. It won't be long. Sweet be your rest and peaceful your sleeping. God's way is best, and you are in his keeping. Auntie Mavis, thank you.
The time we spent together during your life here on earth would always be remembered. You were such a loving nephew. Gone too soon, but Jehovah knows best. May you rest in eternal peace. Auntie Linda, Grenada. Love you always.
Good afternoon to everyone. I had planned to speak and then I couldn't do it. I decided not to, but I'll try. Joel, well, as he said, I have the same cancer as him. So he said, I will die before him because I'm older, and because he's younger than me, he will remain after me. But unfortunately, he went before me. And it touching me so much today because going through the same pain from the cancer. When he was small, I was the person that he told the doctors and nurses when he saw me a month ago, "You're the person that grew me up," because my parents used to always go away for insurance trips and so on, because my father was an insurance manager. And I was the one that had to take care of all of them, carry him to school, dress him, and he would even say in the night when he had to sleep in his bed, he would run out and come and sleep with me and say, "Even when you get older, I will stay with you." Well, he left, he went to the States, and even though he was sick, he would still sneak opportunities to call me whenever he could. Joel is a very loving child. And I'm sorry that I was not able to spend much time with him because he's in Grenada. I was in Grenada and he up here. But whenever we met, we would talk and discuss all types of things. My brother Joey is not here. He's in Grenada and he's listening right now. I know, Joey, you would like to be here with him and that you love Joel as I loved him. And even though he's not here with us, Joel, we still love him as we love each other. I just like to say goodbye, Joel.
Good night, everybody. We're here to celebrate the life of my brother, Joel Michael Megan Thomas, born October 18th, 1977. Our parents was John Megan Thomas, deceased, and mother Joycelyn Pamela Thomas, who raised us as Jehovah's Witnesses. He was also a brother to Joanna Shanti, you met her, Joey Thomas, known as DJ Joey T, and Judy Ann Thomas. He left among two aunts, Linda Francis and Mavis Elite, who resides in Grenada. His nieces, Kyria, Kayleen, she's not here, she wasn't able to make it. Joan Padilla, she's over there. Janelli and Gabby Thomas, who's in Grenada. Nephews, Jalen and Jaden, you met them. Joey Thomas Jr., he was not able to make it. And other family and other nieces and nephews. Other family members, we have the George family there. We have Curlin, Sherma in Canada, Errol, Uncle Errol, everybody knows him. Sally, Christabel, Roxanne, who reside in England, and I have some other nephews here. Too many to mention. Joel attended the Westmoreland Primary and Secondary School in Grenada, where he graduated in 1995 with 8 CXC subjects. Shortly after that, he migrated to the United States. He attended City College, where he pursued studies in electrical engineering. At that institution, Joel worked at the radio station and developed some lasting friendships with people like the DJ, all the DJ guys there, Mario, Jamie, Livingston, Todd, the whole crew in the back there. I can't remember all their names now. Joel also did his internship with the Department of Transportation. And when 9/11 came, he did not hesitate to go and help. He was recognized by Mayor Giuliani for his service during 9/11. Some people suspect that's the way he got his cancer from. To some, he was called DJ Joel T. Joel's love for music began at an early age and was hailed by DJs far and wide for his skills. A famous DJ, Lee Major, the boss, said that he was not only a musician, but he was also hungry for knowledge, looking for ways to improve himself so he can help educate others. Kevin Krong, another DJ, referred to him as bringing a spirit that's always, he called him the realist. And he said he had a dedication to the culture like no others. Let us go back a bit on Joel's journey. I'm going to be very brief. On March 22nd, 2021, Joel went to the hospital with breathing problems. That very same night, the doctors said to him, that very same night, the doctor said to him that they suspected that he had stage 4 cancer. I remember Joel saying, "I'm vegan, I can't have cancer." On April 1st, the doctors removed one of his kidneys and confirmed that he did have stage 3 cancer. It spread, so it was stage 4 cancer. Shortly after that, I remember the doctors coming to the room and saying, "People with your condition can only live for less than 6 months." I looked at my brother and I said to him, "Nobody have control over your life." I said, "It's only God." And I said, "We got this." This is something I told him constantly. Every time I see him, I'm like, "Bro, we got this." And that kept him moving. He would say, "We got this." The doctors sent him at home, just like that, with he couldn't breathe, no oxygen, anything. There's a young lady here tonight, Ms. Dells, she's somewhere around, together with a herbalist from Grenada, Patrick Dells. They kept Joel alive. He told me to boil ginger, onion, and garlic. And 3-4 times a night, I had to get up and put it on his chest. And that kept Joel alive. Shortly after, I was able to get him into Sloan's catering. And it was there that Joel got help. Joel met a doctor and made a lifetime friendship with somebody by the name of Dr. Kotasha. He said to me, "Joel has an aggressive cancer, but I do what I can." I must say he did, together with Joel's will to live, together with my cooking and my good care, Joel was able to live for 2.5 years. And I'm very grateful. Not only that, some people didn't believe that Joel was really sick because Joel got up, he got himself on a plane, and he visited several countries, including Jamaica. So people saw him traveling around the world and they thought he was okay. They didn't know the suitcase of food that I had to pack for him to go with, and the medicine. But I must say that I've never met anybody with a will to live like Joel. Nobody knows. Nobody knows the pain he went through, but he never complained. He's like, I'm okay. My mom repeated that. She said the last thing he said to me, he said, I want to live. I don't want to die. Jalen, his nephew, Jalen, on behalf of Joel, I want to say thank you. Jalen have been a rock to me. Jaden too, but Jaden is a little younger, so Jalen will do more work. And Jalen have helped me through the struggle so much. And everybody here know that Joel talks about Jalen like his son. You understand? So Jalen, thank you on behalf of Jalen. Before Joel passed away, I did a conference call with Jalen. And I said, Jalen, you have something to say to Joel? He said, Uncle, I'll make you proud. I'll finish college. And my brother who couldn't move raised his hand like this. That was his son, his boy. And you promised your uncle that you're going to finish college. So I hope you live up to that. To the many friends and the people who were, all my friends here, many of you don't know Joel or never visit him, Miss Mason and all of them. A lot of people did not. They know Joel, but they didn't see him when he got sick. But I want to tell you all thank you because you called me every day. You checked on me and you gave me the courage to continue helping my brother. Sometimes I would have to go to the hospital 3 times a day in the middle of the night. But you guys gave me the courage to keep going. And shortly after that, my mom said that my mom got sick. She was on a ventilator, so I had 2 of them all by myself to take care of. But I tried my best. So I want to say thank you to my friends. To many of Joel's friends, I must say, and acquaintances, who might not have seen through his cancer journey, thank you for coming. I wish Joel had the opportunity to see you in person and to say for himself, thank you for coming. In the moments of personal loneliness and anguish, I'm sure that he would have liked to see you. But anyway, thanks for coming here tonight. I have a couple of people here that I want to recognize because they helped me through my journey. And Joel asked me, we're going to be short, and after that is food and drink. There's a star in the audience, Sugar Bear. I want you to come up. I sure you know Shaggy and Raven. That's the group of them. Joel's friends. I'm sorry the others are not here. They're late, but they should be here. He's a big artist from Jamaica, and I want to give you this to wear on behalf of Joel. You have been a rock to Joel. You have been a rock to Joel and to me. And I want you to wear this as long as you live to remember my brother's memory. And thank you for the support you guys gave to us. You want to say a few words?
I'm telling you, Joel was a rock of Gibraltar in my life. Because he helped me throughout my musical journey. And he was always there for me. You know, and I never had a bad moment with Joel. You know, he was of clean hands, pure heart, and he was very intelligent. And he was never selfish in giving me guidance and, you know, walking through with me. I miss you, my virgin. I miss you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I want to call up, there's a group of guys that every night stayed on the phone with Joel. They call the council. I want to call up one of the members, 2 members, Mikey and Barry Ross. Mikey, you've been Joel's friend forever, and you got my back no matter what. This is personal, and it's from Joel. Everything I do here tonight was planned by Joel. We discussed it. He knew who his friends were. And yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. There's so much I could say about Joel. He's my best friend. I didn't want to come up here and talk because I know I was going to be a basket case. But I love Joel T. We've been through it all. And he loved each and every one in this room, whether he knew you or you didn't know you. I can't tell you how much I miss Joel already. I spoke to Joel every single night from maybe 2000 something till now. I mean early 2000. Every night. This man helped me solve problems in life. I just want to say, I want to thank everybody for supporting Joel in everything. Ladies, the dancers, DJ, selector, everybody. Joel touched all of us. And I just want everybody to never ever forget Joel, okay? Thank you.
This gentleman is a principal and one of Joel's best friends. His name is Barry Ross, and Joel asked me to give you this and say that he wants Jam Cam Joel T to be turned over to you. And this is special. You're the only person who has the right to use Joel's name. All right? He wants to turn over to you. All right. I want to call a young lady up. Ms. Dels, can you please come? Where are you? This young lady and her uncle helped me through my struggles. When the hospital refused to give Joel help, they said to me, when I asked them for painkillers, they said to me, what am I going to give him? He has one kidney. And this girl and her uncle from Grenada, a herbalist, they kept him alive until I got him into Sloan's. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want you to wear this on behalf of Joel. I love you, I love you, I love you. Also, she's from Grenada and she has a herbalist company. Check it out. I want to call Jalen and Jaden. Uncle wanted y'all to have this and to wear it. All right? He loved y'all. You are the sons he never had. He loved you. Finish college. Thank you. There's a young lady here by the name of Kim. Kim, I want her to come up, please. This young lady was Joel's best friend. Every night while Joel was sick, she would sit in the car with him, or if not, he would keep on the phone all night. I don't know how she went to work. All his girlfriends had to go through her. She had to approve. You understand? And that's his best friend for life. So I want her to have this. Thank you, Kim. Say a few words. Okay, she can. All right. Joanne, I want you to come up here. Joel said, you got his back and my back. You love me unconditionally, and I appreciate that. You're one of my sisters who say thank you to me. Every day you call me and show concern for my hard work and what I did. And I love you for that. Thank you for getting my back, having my back. Here,
This is a piece of Joel that we're getting. It's not just a gift. It's an actual piece of Joel. And the people that have gotten it, I just wanted to say, please be careful with it. And also, one of the gentlemen said, Don't forget my brother.
Okay, baby. Shawnee, I'd like you to come up. Shawnee? Oh, okay. I'm leaving my mom for last. Is Lee Major in the house? Yes. Can you come up? The boss, Lee Major. The boss. After, later. We have another part. Yeah. Lee? Yes. From day one, you got Joel's back. You slept on the ground in his room. Sometimes I don't know how you got up, but yeah, but it doesn't matter the time of night. I called this young man and I said, Joel needs us. Whether it's 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning. He would like, Jenny, you sure? I'm like, yes, come get me. He would come get me. He carried Joel on his back on the step when my brother couldn't walk. He carried the oxygen tank and everything. And I want to say thank you. This, Joel wanted you to have it. And I want you to wear it with pride. And listen, Joel always said, Guy, what are you doing? Guy, what are you doing? And he wants you to eat healthy. Yeah.
Can I say something? Quick. Rastaman. All who know Rastaman, please stand up. Who know that face? Rastaman. It's a long story with Joel and I. I helped fulfill one of his dreams. He always wanted to go to Jamaica. And yes.
You have a second.
Okay, so I just like my brother said, please don't you ever in your life forget Joel T. Please, I beg you, do that for me and us.
Mommy, I'm going to come to you. My brother loved my mother unconditionally. When he was sick, he used to get up and no matter what, and go look for her and help me take care of her. So I want to say, Mommy, this is from Joel, and I want you to have it. The last one, is Shawnee in the house? Erica, come take it for her. These are the Lacqua girls. Shawnee, actually, Joel stayed by her. Joel used to come down by me on weekends. When he was in City College, he stayed with her. And she's been there for him throughout his journey. And he wants her to have this, okay? Thanks for your help. And also, she was a funeral director, the sister, but she's not here. So thank you for your help, and give Shawnee that on behalf. Thank you, everybody. The floor, sorry, I know everybody might be hungry. We have food outside and drinks. Kadeem, come and you'll direct. We'll open and people can enjoy themselves, have eats and drinks. And later on, later on in the program, there are a few people who want to say something. We'll open up, back up the mic. I'll let Hercules would do the honor of. I have a few people I want to recognize before I go, before I open. Miss Mason is in the house. Miss Mason, thank you. Lucy, that's Kevin Crown's mother. Thank you very much. Ziggy Dawn, he's an artist from Florida. Thank you. They all have different names, so I can't remember everybody. Mika Diamond is in the house. They all have different names. And there's a lady who helped me take care of Joel. Her name is Cynthia. Cynthia, thank you. Thank you for your help. Hold on. I have Winston. That whole table there is royalty. And also, Delroy Kenwood, thank you for giving us the rides to the hospital up and down. Thank you so much, and thank you for your support over the years. Thank you. I just want to say, this is off the record. I have a potential queen here from Miss Grenada, USA. Thank you. I said potential. In other words, we have a participant, sorry. Wrong word, participant. I'm sorry, wrong word.
As my aunt said, we'll be selectively allowing tables to go through. In a moment, I'll give a call to them to open the doors. We're going to start off with the family, these 4 tables here, and after they've had an opportunity to get some food and sort of filter out of there, we'll be releasing it to more tables. Thank you for your patience, and thank you again, everybody, for coming.
Them a youth on the play every single day. Them a big fan them waist, and if you talk too hard, then them shoot out the face. Tell me what I want, me a beg gonna keep it calm. Cause the real know are real, and I kick up and I go on, it's like a gun stamp. Me can't sleep, no matter how me try to do it. Me can't sleep, I hear gunshot a beat. Me can't sleep, no matter how me try to do it. Me can't sleep, I hear blood in the street.
Backpack music.
Baby, oh, rise above the water where the ocean meets the shore. On the north coast of
Tell her try your best just to make it quick. Come attend to the sick. Cause there must be something she can do. This heart is broken in two. Tell her it's a case of emergency. There's a patient by the name of Gregory. Night nurse, only you alone can quench this your thirst. My night nurse, oh gosh, oh the pain is getting worse. I don't wanna see no doc. I need attendance from my nurse around the clock. Cause there's no prescription for me. She's the one, the only remedy. Night nurse. Ooh, oh, now. Oh, well. Ooh, oh, now. I heard him say, Mama, take this badge off of me.
We're gonna go out on a boat, have a good time, and lay Joel ashes to rest as he asked. So I'm saying to you now, the people who did not visit Joel, you have to do him this favor. You got to come to Grenada with him next year. Everybody. I have a few people that I want to recognize that I didn't. I have Raven, who sings with Shaggy. He's in house. Raven, get up. He sang You Are My Angel. Raven, get up and let him see you. Everybody know him. Give him a clap. We have, these were Joel friends. All right? Now I'm going to call on, to MC the program, this part of the program, I'll call on Hercules. Anybody who wants to come up could come up and say a few words. Hercules, take the mic.
A pleasant good night, everybody. I'm going to say a few words. All you want me to say a few words? So, one thing I'd like to say to the family, Thomas is going through the battles. I myself have went through a couple of these battles. So I know exactly how it feels, and you just got to take your time with it. You know what I'm saying? It's not an easy process. He ain't going away anytime soon. I could tell you that. I go through the moments sometimes. Sometimes I'm driving, going somewhere, feeling good, and I just make a turn right into the cemetery, visit my mom. It just hits you. You know what I'm saying? So these battles is not going to finish anytime soon, and we know that. Life is the greatest gift you could ever get. And you have to battle sometimes to keep it. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Thomas family who is going through. But on top of that, you know, I had to say something. And I remember when I came to this country, America, you know, you have people that come in America and you can't tell them where to go. You just come, but you can't tell them where to go. They know everywhere. They see it on TV where they was in the Caribbean, so you can't tell them. They know where all the trains are, the 2, the 4, the 5, the 3. I have a friend, he just come in America. His mother said, Tom, the 2 and the 5 train go to Flatbush. He'd say, yes, mommy. The 3 and the 4 go to New Lots. He say, yes, mommy. Monday morning he get up, he get a job. He spend the whole day on Franklin Avenue. His mother said, Tom, you're not stupid. Why didn't you take the train? He said, mommy, the conductor never tell me to come in. The conductor only keeps saying, watch the closing doors. So he stand up whole day watching the close. It has stupid people, you know. Yeah, people that ride the train from the Bronx to Brooklyn. A partner tell me, hey, name. You figure anytime they say Franklin Avenue, everybody that come out from the train, their son name is Franklin. John Franklin, Cecilia Franklin. He say, and he ain't name. So he keep riding the train. Ladies and gentlemen, I know we go through some battles that trying to keep fit. As you can see, I'm keeping fit. I'm eating small. You know, people that go to the gym doesn't lie, right? People in the gym talk a different language from when they're outside. When you're in the gym, everybody, well, excuse me, if you see one person looking ripped up, everybody go to that person and say, excuse me, where do you sleep? Do you sleep on the bed? And the people always say, all I eat after the gym is only 2 crackers and a cup of tea. You know West Indian people don't eat that when they come from the gym. They want a big plate of food. Some people, in a sense, I see a fella walking up Rogers Avenue. Eh? He walking up Rogers Avenue. I said, where you going, partner? He said, he going to Church Avenue. I said, well, look, Church Avenue right there. He tell me he can't do that because Rogers is a one-way going up. Miss Mason, you ready? Well, come. Miss Mason, this evening I'm driving down Linden Avenue. Miss Mason tell me, give her the phone.
Hello. We must have some fun here this evening. This is Miss Mason, Sister Mason from Brooklyn. Everybody knows Miss Mason. Give me a round of applause. Now, I don't know Joel very well, to be honest with you. I don't know Joel very well. But I know the Thomas family because Pamela and I were in Teachers College together in Grenada. And I know Pamela very well. I know the other members of the family, but Joel, he's a young guy. I don't think I know him very well. I really respect Jenny. I'm here on behalf of Jenny for what she has done for the family and for Joel. We used to call Jenny in the midnight, in the daytime, in the evening to ask about to thank Jenny. I want to express my condolences to the Thomas family. I know Pamela very well. I know Uncle George very well. Uncle George, right? Uncle Errol, George, everywhere. I know the other members, and I know Jenny personally, very, very well. She has a good heart. She's very generous, and she gives without asking the cost. She is very, very good, and I thank Jenny very well, and I congratulate her for the things she has done in everybody's life, and for what she has taken the time to look after Joel morning, noon, and night, 24/7. Thank you, Jenny. I'm here on your behalf.
Jamie.
That's right. All right, so a lot of y'all know me, a lot of y'all don't know me. Joel, that's my brother. He's like my brother. So years ago, I met him at WCCR, and his CCR family's right here. You want to stand up? And from WCCR, he was at a radio show, and I was like, yo, this guy is he's really good. And we were just like two peas in the pod. Like we just kept on just stuck together. And it was like, you know what? I was like, I gotta introduce you to my partner Todd right here. And it was just something that it was just so natural, And Todd, he was like he wants to start a new group, and we was thinking about names, and we put out, we started Jam Cam Entertainment, and it was Todd, myself, Joel, my brother Sherrod, he's down there, Mario. We were just running and just doing everything, and I've seen it grown, and we had different careers and stuff, but Joel and I, we always checked in. Give me a text or call, you good, back and forth, and just having somebody like that, I'm really gonna miss just doing the check-ins, him popping up to my house, and we breaking bread and whatever, but I know that, he's in a better place, and, he's resting in peace, and, I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him dearly,
Hello, everyone. I'm Todd, DJ Todd Love, for those you don't know. So, just to give you a quick story, like Jamie said, Jamie met Joel at City College, and Jamie hit me up. He said, "Yo, Todd, you gotta check this dude. He can play." So I was real hard. I was hard on Joel at that time, because when I first met Joel, Joel didn't have any equipment. He had nothing. So I said, Jamie, wait a minute, let me back up a second. So the way I came up, my mentors told me, you can't play unless you got stuff, unless you got equipment. So that was how I came to Joel. I said, Joel, you want to play with us? You got to get some equipment. Get some turntables, some 1200s, get yourself a mixer, and then we're going to do something. We're going to see what happens. So Joel, he got those turntables, and he got that mixer, and it was on. We started Jam Cam Entertainment. Me, Jamie, and then we brought in Sherrod, like he said, his brother, and Mario, and we started doing parties. We was doing parties everywhere, Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, upstate, colleges. We did so many parties. And then things just took off from there. And we started building a sound. We started building, we built the sound system. It was a monster. The sound system was so nice, people started to hit us up to bring our sound system to their parties. It was amazing. It was really amazing. Me and Joel butt heads a lot. We would argue about the stupidest stuff, but we was tight. We hung out hard. If I could tell you guys some of the stories, I won't do that. We had some fun. Joel was my brother. I'm gonna miss him a lot. And I know a lot of you people out here, a lot of the DJs, I know you guys gonna miss him as well. A lot of the DJs that is here that Joel got tight with over the years. Some of you guys I don't know, but a lot of you I know of you, because me and Joel spoke. And you know, it's always a good conversation, always love. I'm gonna miss my brother. And condolences to the Thomas family. Jenny, you know how we do. Thank you. Bless everyone.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this family is a musical family. You know? And I'm talking now from Grenada now. Them boys ain't easy down there. So the continuation of Joel was just a continuation. But his brothers and them, ooh. Yeah. Joey T and them fellas, his brothers was not easy. And they still are. They're still doing good. Their name is still be pronounced on the radio in every entertainment that goes on in the islands. Oh yeah. Now we have coming to the mic, Rick, the ruler.
Yeah, good night, good night. You know, Miss Thomas, grandma, you know, a long time. And we go through the struggles, you know, Jenny. These two little boys was like this old. You see the bottom of my glass? When they were, you know what I'm saying? And look how big they are now. So make sure your uncle be proud of you. Remember that. I'm gonna make sure you do it too. And you can remember when you used to rude and I run around the house and back up and Jenny and say, hey, what are you doing, boys? You understand? But listen, I do not want to cry tonight because you see, Joel T, remember me tell you, out of goal. You understand? Sleeping on the basement. Mommy Thomas never know, but me down there. Me and a little girl, you know what? When I attack the thing. But cheers to my brother. Anybody will love Joel T, put up your glass right now. If you love Joel T, the one, the only Jam Cam, me say put up your glass and say celebration of life. Let me hear you know, celebration of life. This is one youth. Me I tell you, when him see me, him take that finger here and him take my shirt and him go so. If anybody know Joel, I ditch Joel though. Me dog for life. Remember me tell him I got through stress. Me I got through stress before because you know enough girls stress you out and thing. But at the time, you know I couldn't see my brother. But me live now. And we are gonna bring him name forward. And when I stop. You see me I say? Jah Rastafari. Ever live it, ever faithful, member, ever sure. Yo, Lee Major, Mikey Spectrum, you don't know, Barry Ross, the whole Jam Camp family, the new recruits them, member, Jam Camp to the world from now on. Rick the ruler says so. Jenny.
Jabari, very, very hard act to follow. But I did have to redeem myself, Jenny. I didn't really expect that announcement. It definitely caught me off guard. But I want to start off by saying condolences to the Thomas family. Joel was definitely like a brother to me. And that honor that Jenny just bestowed on me is unimaginable. Again, I didn't expect it. I didn't come here tonight to break down, but I think this is the most I've cried since I got the news of Joel's passing. For those of you that knew Joel was a very passionate individual, right? And there was no in between. Either you loved Joel or you did not love Joel. There was no gray area. It was black and white. But those that did not love Joel misunderstood his passion. He was an extremely passionate individual about everything that he did. Quick backstory, Jenny, I won't be too long. I met Joel in City College. He was an electrical engineering major. I was an education major. Somehow, someway, we ended up in a political science class. I kid you not, Joel argued with that professor every single day. If it was Monday, he's telling the professor it's not Monday, it's Tuesday. But it just reminded me, so I'm thinking back in all the different stories, and it reminded me that Joel was passionate from the first time that I met him. And our paths eventually crossed a few years later, and he asked me to join Jam Cam. Jam Cam is a huge entertainment business. The gentleman in the far left in the back, they actually started the sound, and when Joel mentioned to them that they wanted to bring me in the sound, they're the ones that green-lighted it. So Jam Cam is a little bit bigger than what many of you have understood it to be today. But the point that I'm trying to make is we have to cherish our friends, right? Life is extremely short. When I think back at all of the missed calls that I didn't get from Joel, I wish I could have gone back into time and taken those calls. The issue was, Joel said to me, it's probably maybe 15, 20 years ago, he said, Barry, I'm gonna quit my job and I wanna be a full-time DJ. A what? So, dental health benefits, how are you gonna get these? He said, don't worry about that, I have it all figured out. And Joel, because of his passion, he put 150% behind that mission, and his mission was to become a professional DJ, and he definitely did that. And over the years, as his name grew and he got bigger and bigger and bigger, Joel never forgot about where he came from. And someone mentioned earlier that Joel was so selfless, he had no problem stepping off the stage and sharing the stage with his friends and even strangers. So what I want everyone to walk away with, the understanding I want you all to walk away with tonight is obviously Joel was extremely passionate, and figure out what your purpose in life is. What can you throw your passion and your 150% behind? And if anything, Joel would be pleased to know that the people that left here today, if you can't figure out what that passion or that thing is, at least your mind is beginning to churn, beginning to think about it. Because Joel was extremely passionate. And you know, Rick mentioned earlier, we want to make sure that we honor Joel in a way that he would have wanted to be honored. And again, that's by being extremely passionate, being extremely selfless, always stepping back and propping up others. And that's one of the lessons that I learned over the years of being around Joel. But again, I thank you all for coming out. Condolences again to the Thomas family. Thank you to all the Joel's brothers, right? The ones that I've seen regularly, the ones I haven't seen in a very long time. I think Joel is definitely smiling down, because in this room, you can feel how much he's loved and appreciated. So again, thank you for everyone for coming out and honoring my brother. Long live Joel.
All right, Legion. Thank you very much, my brother. I would just like to say, as we live this life, you know, nobody's less than anybody else. God is so good. He gave every one of us talent. Every one of us don't have more than each other. It's just you to come out, as he said, know what your passion is, know what you like, and you expound on it. That's basically what it is. Everything is all measured out. Your brain is not bigger than mine. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to learn, it's just you that don't want to learn. But we all have the same brain power. You just got to exercise it. That's all it is, you know? So now, ladies and gentlemen, bring into the mic. This brother here, I've been hearing about him for a long, long, long time. I mean, in Brooklyn, that name couldn't stop. You understand? He was in a movie, he did a lot of stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the mic, Lee Major.
Greatness, greatness. I want to humbly say my condolences to the Thomas family. Mom, from I met you, I call you Mom. I don't know no other name. I heard another name, but I don't know no other name. You're my mom. Great job. Miss Jennifer. There's a lot of things I can say about Miss Jennifer, positively. I met Joel through Miss Jennifer. I was in a club, and then the party, the music stopped, and I got off the stage laughing. I heard this lady say, hello, 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 hello. What's your name? I said, Lee Major. She said, oh, I heard about you. I heard you're good, but guess what? I got a brother and he can play good music. I'm saying, who are you talking about? So she was like, my brother Joel. I said, okay, I'm a respectable person. I shake this hand. We shake that hand. So we do, the guys, men, you understand what I'm saying. We don't easily let people in our cipher. We kind of give an interview. So me and Joe was cool. We saw each other passing. Then one at a time, it just connect. I love Joel T beyond brother. Joel T uplifted me because anybody in here in life knows that you're never too old and you're never too young to learn. Joel may be younger than me, but Joel T helped me to be a better person and a better musician. He checked me when I needed to be checked. He didn't care who I was. You know what I mean? And also, I love Joel T to that point that my daughter is his goddaughter and he's the godfather of my daughter. Joel T was one of the greatest influential person in my life. I love him. I cherish him. I will never forget. The things I done for Joel T, that is nothing. That's beyond, that's past me. That's the father, my father, our father. He put it into me. And I hope if you have a friend, a sister, a brother, and they're in need, you can be there for them too. Because love is love. We don't have time for anything other than that but love. So once again, I'd like to thank the Thomas family. On the bottom of my heart, to the top of my heart, to the in-between of my heart, for bringing such a gracious, respectable, passionate, lovable young man. Joel T, I ain't gonna lie, people, I'm holding it tonight. I cry every day. But Joel T tonight, me now I go cry. Look how more nice show, me and you chat. I mean, pause, y'all know what I mean. We got this. And to his nephews, I may not be the flesh uncle, but I am your uncle forevermore, okay? You hear that? Jaden, you hear that? Okay.
Yes, my brother, you preach it. Great minds. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the mic, because we gotta keep moving it. Want to say a couple words to the brother? BMWA.
Yeah, man, priceless. The people that will know me from dancing Nitro Crew, from them time they big up on themselves. Yo, Lee Major, you're my boss. Thomas family, straight from King Heartbeat family. Condolences. You understand? When I even low it out. The people that we know Joel T and City Vibes are me sing the song. City Vibes is where I wanna be, yeah. It's only girls lining up for me, yeah. And big up Joel T because him come to me and say I wanted you to do the anthem for my song. People know me as a dancer. Joel T introduced Brooklyn to me as an artist. 2015, when me had an incident and end up in the hospital, Joel T called me for make sure I'm all right. I found out about this function last week. She can't tell you how much time I call her, how much time we're supposed to meet up. A Saturday night, me end up reach and me there, so no. So big up everybody with there, so I respect Joel T, a good youth. Bless.
Make him say something.
Shorter, quick, fast. Talk fast, walk fast.
Hello, everyone. Joel is a type of man, I have to say something on his behalf. He was very passionate. What is right for Joel is right. What is wrong for Joel is wrong. And he stand by that. He don't change. Everything that was said here tonight was true about Joel. I have nothing to add to that. Only what I would have to say, a few years ago, Joel and I traveled to Binghamton. We traveled Queens. We traveled Jersey, Pennsylvania. Joel performing in Pennsylvania. He had the after party. There's no person in here, I think, that got an engine like Joel. Joel in the morning, Joel in the night, Joel all over. And Joel, where you going? Bronx, I'm going with you. Where you going? Queens, I'm going with you. Where you going? He going. The man have an engine like no other. A few years ago, I used to always come in the house. I never bring no woman by your house, but I always come by the house. I'm always in the garage. Joel and I, we did radio together, and that's another thing with Joel. A lot of people, they perceive us as, you know, a woman thing. It's not a woman thing, it's a music thing. And that's what brought us together. That's what kept our engine going all the time. He did my radio program with me, him and Claude, two of them next to me. Now it's only me here. So I have to represent for Joel. I have to say thank you for giving us 8 years ago our radio program right there in the basement. Joel is not just a DJ. He's a producer. He's a composer. He's an artist. He make music. He make commercials. He does multi-talented. I'm not sure about what he did in Grenada, but for the last 20 years I know him, and I'll be quick. Thank you, Joel, for your friendship. Anytime I needed you, I could call you. I called Joel for music 4 months ago. He was sick. He said, come by me and get the music. That's to tell you how Joel is. So to the family, I'll always be here for you.
We have the last of the speaker coming up. Come on, brothers. Let's spit it out one time because we're running out of time. So do it fast.
Yeah. First, I just want to say my condolences to the family, you understand, and the friends of Joel Thomas. You know, musical genius, real musical genius. And I'm not talking like I just person would just go out and just play songs. If y'all know Joel, every DJ in here that know Joel was, you see, one word I kept hearing all night, it was the word called passionate. Because Joel was passionate about music. And more time, you do things that Joel passionate more than we as the artist, we as the selector, we as the producer. He took it so serious, and even in the DJ world, he was more passionate about the delivery of the music. You can't just go play a song in front of Joel T. You can't go play a top 10 or some hit song and swear you're the baddest DJ in front of Joel T. You gotta show your musical history and your musical skills, and you have to know how to blend it the right way. Certain song don't go with that song, and Joel T would tell any DJ in the world, you can be the biggest DJ. He's the only person that will go to you and tell you, guy, what was that? Are you serious? Joel T will ask any DJ, don't you came to Miami? You understand? I'm from Miami, I'm born in Brooklyn. Joel T really made me start tap back in New York and make me start come back to New York since 2014 till now. And when I brought Joel T to Miami, Joel T don't know none of the DJs down there. And every DJ that played, Joel T was standing in the booth, right beside them, looking in their laptop. And when they're done, he telling them, guy, really? You went from that song to that song? You serious? Yeah, Joel T was the only friend I had like that. I gotta be like, yo, no, it's my friend Joel. Like, really? He was that serious about the music. That means you can't play with Joel T when it comes to the music. But he was also a good friend. Joel T not carry no grudge in him art. Like what Barry says, it's no in between. It's either you rate him or you don't rate him. And even when you hurt Joel, him still love you. All when you hurt him still love you. Him don't want to see you hurt. None at all. Forever Joel. Rise a glass with Joel. We love Joel. I learned a lot. He was a coach to me, a life coach, musical coach, a musical genius. All if I learned from Joel, I go by the name of Ezekiel, and I had to be here tonight. And forever Joel. Let's say forever Joel with me, please. Forever Joel. Yeah, we're going to live on. We're going to make the journey live on for him. Legendary, say a word for him.
Oh, man. I don't know how I'm going to say this, but my condolences goes out to the Thomas family, from the nephews to the mothers, to the sister, to everybody, the whole family. But, you know, Joel T was a special person to me in my life. From the trips across the road, to, you know, planes, to shows. Joel T was actually the first DJ to start playing my songs international. He could call me any time of the day, any time of the night, but you know his times already. His times is after 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, you know. He know I'm always up, so he's like, you know, Lonnie, let's go. Just be ready by 1 o'clock, and I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stories that go along with that. You know, a lot of visits to my boy. We had a lot of heart-to-hearts. So I know that he's proud of me, and I know he loved me as much as I love him. And I'm gonna keep his name alive. Big up Lee Major. Big up everybody that has something to do with this. You know what I'm saying? I can't forget my boy Money Claude either. Rest in peace, Money Claude. That was his boy, man. That's his Robin. You know what I'm saying? They everywhere together. And there's a quick story with Money Claude and Joel T. We went to a party one day, and I was a little vexed about them not playing my song because they hosted me or whatever. And I had a talk with Money Claude, and he said, "You know what? Just keep pushing forward. Don't worry about what nobody got to say. Just keep doing your thing, and they're gonna get to know you and they're gonna get to love you." And for some reason, from that day on, Joel T took that conversation to a next level. And anytime he would go anywhere, he would give me the option to come with him. And it was never a time where I said no. And honestly, I'm really happy about never saying no to that. Because we have fun, man. And those memories I would never let go. So big up everybody that's here for Joel T. Big up all the family. Big up everybody who showed love. Mike, I thank you for all the sessions. He's the reason why I know you. And, you know, Sugar Bear, Rayvon, and everybody that's, you know, that's real close to him. He's the reason why, I'm the reason why he started drinking at Casamigos. I told him stop with the Hennessy. So, you know, Joel T, I love you, man. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, bro. I love you, man. I love you, I love you. And I hear your voices in my head every day. I love you, bro. You my Libra twin. That's what he used to say to me. You my Libra twin. I love you. And every Libra season, we're gonna go up for Joel T. Yes.
And thank you for dropping lunch for Joel when I couldn't. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Thank you for being there for me.
Kevin Crown. Oh, yeah. This man is not easy, too. In the entertainment business, he ain't no joke. Thought he wasn't coming.
Nah, I had something to do, but my apologies for my late entrance. But I know Joel half my life. I know Joel since the 90s. And we met through the love of music, the sound system culture. And, you know, Joel is Grenadian. Big up to all the Grenadians in here, right? But Joel love our reggae music, love our dancehall music. And for like maybe a couple months, I didn't even know he was Grenadian until, I don't know, a family member or something. You know, Grenadians, we all related somewhere down the line, right? And I said, wait, where you from? He said, I'm Grenadian. I said, I'm Grenadian. And we had that connection because back in the days, they didn't know Grenadians for being able to play music the way Joel played music. And one thing about Joel, he was proud. He was proud of his sound. He was proud of his heritage. He was proud of his friends. He was just proud. You know what I mean? And, you know, matter of fact, can somebody pour me a drink? Somebody pour me a drink. I don't normally drink, but I need to drink for my boy Joel. Can somebody pour me a drink? I just got in here. Anything. Anything. I gotta take a drink for Joel. Right? Now, he said water, right? So for those people who don't know Joel, Joel is a Brooklyn icon in this culture. He's a Brooklyn legend in this culture, all right? I'm talking, if you see the pictures of Joel, this is when Brooklyn was Brooklyn. Thank you so much, all right? This one is for Joel. Cheers. If it was Joel, he would try to get me to drink the whole bottle. You know how he goes, right? But if you look at the pictures, Joel is attached to some of my best memories in Brooklyn. Cafe Alta Days. That's where I kept my first birthday party. All right, Joel was there. Elite Arc Days. Joel was there. Right? I forget the club on Utica, but Joel was there. He was there, and like I said, he was a proud guy, man. Everything he did, you know, I think one of his favorite artists was Sugar Minott, and he would always say, you know, my artist that, you know what I'm saying? And when Joel got sick, you know, we had a conversation on the phone, and he said, Kevin, I'm fighting. And he never wanted anybody to feel bad for him. You know, he said, Kev, I cut out the drinking, I cut out the smoking, I started doing this, but I'm living my life. And every time I saw him, he was doing something that he loved. And I want everybody to remember Joel for the greatness he put out for the culture, for Grenada, for Brooklyn, for music, and just the good energy he gave to all of us. That was my boy. That was my brother. That was my boy, man. And you know, I knew this day was gonna come because, you know, how he was talking and what was going on. You know, every time I saw him, I just was like, yeah, bro, we outside. And my only regret is, you know, I didn't get to clash Joel one last time, because we had a lot of sound clashes behind closed doors where we just go dub for dub and tune for tune. Sometimes I would win, sometimes he would win, but nobody never knew about it. And I told myself, you know, we would do this one last time because he was about the music. And I believe the music is what kept him alive for all those extra years that he had. And shout out to all the DJs, you know, because, you know, we dedicate our life to this music. And we never know when our time is going to be up. And we know, all the DJs back there know, the music is what we're going to be remembered for. So please, when you guys are playing music, I want you to say my brother's name. I want you to say Joel T on the radio. I want you to say Joel T's name in these events. I want you to keep his name alive forever. All right? Joel, I love you, bro.
Kevin Crown.
Jam Cam.
Never see, never. Jenny. First time. Always see Krong in a happy mood, but this time here, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, to the family, we love you. Stay strong. We know how tough it is. You gotta stay strong in this time that we live in, you know what I'm saying? So I give you the last word. Hey, everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you for coming out. Thanks for the support. And this is what Joel wanted. He didn't want a funeral. All he wanted is for his friends to come over and to celebrate his life. Thank you, thank you. Big up.
Hot mouse for the girls, them big up Mama Africa, said Speed Pop Africa. You don't know, Yardy. Big up myself from the bar with the Rastas face, saying, meet around. They can't keep a champion down, jam. Come, you play the one when they want you to frown. Keep the vibe and you study your ground. And they could never ever take your crown. Who job bless, I said no one curse. Things getting better when they thought it would be worst. Here comes the officers, they're asking for a search. Hey, Jam, come the touring sound, we boom the fire, moving a tone. Cause you so solid, you so raw, they just can't stop you now.
When me say Jam Cam sound, you don't know me, I say Barry Ross, murder sound boy. Joel T, kill him for money, kill him when I beg no friend, kill him all free. When me say squeeze, you don't know, so we kill sound boy, we need to think for beg friend. When me say mash it, guns and me jump on sound boy. Oh, Jam Cam sound, we no beg no friend in the damn sound. Then now what your name sound die, Jam Cam no care. Idiot selector die, them disappear. Who's fault to no one in themself? Them this Jam Cam sound and murder my bill. They have the human reason jive mixed with to pain. People would say things got to murder them sound. They on the lane of beg no friend. Our sound around disappear. Left them in a pain. Why does it have to be this way? Jam Cam
Styles, hold it there. Level. You know what I want here? That Joel are my friend, you know. Everybody know Joel are my best friend, yeah? Cause me know Jam Cam sound. I'm the Uncle selector. We don't play upon Jam Cam, and me can't play Jam Cam sound. Yeah. You understand?
Jam Cam.
Yo, me want you do, Styles.
Yeah, massive.
Hold on, don't play that tune. Me want you to look for Sammy Dreadlocks. That a Jam Cam anthem. And like me I tell Rick, when we got Dirt Slang, rest in peace to Father Frank. Joel, you with Father Frank right now. Claude. And Money Claude and all on our drink are special. Yo, big up Lion Face. Yo, Styles, I want you to find Sammy Dreadlocks, Bad Boy, and Fire M16, Jam Cam. Yeah. Speedy, big up yourself every time, yeah? Oh, you mean? And Styles, I'm going to play after you too. Come I want to start a little thing.
Big up Dirtsland, Father Frank, the original, large up my friend Joel T. Hold on. If it wasn't for Joel, I wouldn't have my Jam Cam brothers. This is very true. Right down true. All the way true. You hear me? Mikey Spectrum, Rick the Ruler, Lee Major, Todd Love, Jamie, Joy Young, Junior Bomb, everybody.
And King too.
Everybody. King Rider.
Camouflage.
Barry Ross, Camouflage, everybody. Jam Cam, a speedy assessor, large up my friend.
Jam Cam.
Joel T forever.
You'll see how long she know Jam Cam.
Dirt's Long, Father Frank.
No, this honey.
I'm Speedy. I'm Speedy Senseless. I'm Speedy Senseless. Don't worry, I am Speedy Senseless. Larger Speedy Senseless. Come on! The original Jam Cam family.
Jam Cam.
All right, Stars. Find the next one. That one they're good too. That's Freddie McGregor. Play from intro too. Intro.
Yeah, massive all crew, you come the article sound, Jam Cam in the dancing, Joel T no watch nothing. King Rider for the McGregor there, Camouflage, I can't see you tonight.
DJ Maya, big up yourself every time.
Big sound around the place, saying, you don't know. Diggy diggy ding dang ding dang dang ding ding ding. Right now we sailing, Jam Cam from them kids, sound boy, run go tell you free. Right now we ready, sound boy, hold on steady. Jam Cam a move, at lightning speed is. Take back seat and wait for we ready. Jam Cam tire, so hold on steady. A Jam Cam we just a sail on the ocean.
Yo, Joy,
we don't need no commotion.
Hold on.
Jam Cam we just a nice up position.
Let me see where you have the styles. Because we know that sound here, you know. I don't play this.
Right now we don't need no commotion. Jam Cam,
look at the blood, look at the song, look at the song right there. So
them feel like space. Jam Cam music, hey. Hey, it's so bad to feel. Hot, hot, hot. Jam Cam burn up them bomb. Behave yourself and beware. Jam Cam sound strap. When it's some out and up, I'm not taking a chat. Be
sound, you know. You see it? I want some idiot sound over this, so the one test me.
So when I draw real with him, yeah.
A certain sound in the dancer in farm.
Black Crystal, big up.
A certain sound in the dancer in farm. Jam Cam. a fight against me, sound and a murmur. Yes, them a fight against me, sound and a murmur.
Now you don't know Michael who's the promise start from them case. Stinging down their horn. Jam Cam killer sound wine, yeah.
Sure.
Tonight in the sound clash. Jam Cam them no. Them have forgotten no way. Wow. And Jam Cam. So we see so we come. Give me now. A sound boy like you.
Kevin Crown, big up.
Rape up a 6-year-old baby. Jam Cam, no. I'm starting to da. I told them no.
See me tune ya. Oh God. Stop it, Styles. I'm playing for intro. Stop it and play for intro. See me tune ya. This is another one Joel like. I got a story about this song too. Never a story about that song, yeah. You see Joel? I said, Joel, you got Sluggy and Yami Bolo in combination. Why you don't play the song? Me never asked him that, Barry Ross. After that, he start rev it out in our ears. Yeah? Sure. No, him tell me. Him tell me about it. But I said, Joel, you have goal right there. Yeah. See the story there? King, come talk it, man. You want to go talk it, you can come talk it, you know. Play the song. No, play the
sound must depart when righteous songs step class. Jam Cam champion sound. We man like Joel T. Yeah, King Ryder. Camouflage a man like Barry Ross. Yeah, me bow.
I mean, I go keep quiet when them tune y'all play.
The youth of first, please them. Oh yeah.
And this is Domingo Mahro. Trouble Jam Cam, you won't see tomorrow.
Pull it. Hit beat again. Yo, big skip, big up yourself. Joe Young. All family, big up. Ready?
And this is Domingo Mahro. Trouble Jam Cam, you won't see
Kevin Crown, the Huskel.
And this is Domingo Mahro. Trouble Brooklyn,
yo, Kevin Crown. You know Joel swear by you, you know.
So strange, selecting
swear by you.
Like John Wayne. And every day
Joel never swear about no many selector, you know, and me are one of them too. Ready?
Trouble Jam Cam, you will die in begging, boy. Janos.
See bad part I saw ya. Yami Bolo, listen.
I know when the time will come when all evil sound got around. Why did I try to test Jam Cam sound?
Kevin Crown, see a thing.
Jam Cam in the building.
Big up King Ryder. Ryder, what's the radio station you used to control with Joel? The radio station. Which part? All right, the one. You remember back then, you used to invite selector and set them up for clash, for go tune for tune. You remember that? What radio station did? One time, Joel said, Kevin, come spin some tune, run on the radio station, come juggle some song. But what they used to do, they used to say, at a certain part of the show, they used to say, let me go tune for tune, a little friendly thing, and then they want to try to kill you. Find one of them cable time, they want. No, them time there, we never know about Idonia. We never know about Idonia, them time there. Find one of them cable time. King Ryder laugh, because you know what you're Let me see, if I don't... Oh, okay. Okay, facts. Which part Jamie did? No. Yeah. So Mikey. I see a lot of laptop bags around here, man. Joel that man. Joel that man. That's what that is?
No, that's what it's supposed to be.
Whoa. Oh. No worry, you're good. You want to play that? All right. It's called the musical thing called.
Easy. One voice I done voice I don't represent for Jamcom the touring sound. Your DJ Joel T, your Mitty Brown, your Barry Ross, your Speedy, your Hurricane. One voice I done voice as them know though. Easy. Come down my sound. Original bad boy sound, you know.
Seems like we are to get a history lesson right now. Jamcom sound at work, right?
People them up.
Watch the history, watch it.
Them Jamcom, them born in a Brooklyn, the real gangster town. The whole of them know we as the world touring sound. Easy. One voice I done voice I don't represent for Jamcom the touring sound. Your DJ Joel T, your Mitty Brown, your Barry Ross, your Speedy, your Hurricane. One voice I done voice as them know though. Easy. Come down my sound. Original bad boy sound, you know. Jamcom touring sound, you know. Easy. Bad people think bad people them off. One to them Jamcom, them born in a Brooklyn, the real gangster town. The whole of them know we as the world touring sound. Work for we money, Joel T, money can't dad. We bad selector Barry Ross, Speed and Mitty Brown. Anyway them juggle dance, official down, fly from Miami to Cali, then straight to Jam down. Jamcom, full of sound education. And when them burn the herb, them hold them meditation. Tell the ghetto youth, them self stay strong. Nobody watch a trial and no tribulation. Nobody take no pressure from no situation. Nobody do no wrong, they lock you up a station. Wanna reaching out here to every nation. Unity we want, we don't want no segregation. We don't want no Taliban, no drop, no drop, no drop, no drop, no drop. Wanna rap, pam, 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 pam. Aye, no touch it, do not touch it, then. Jamcom touring sound, them a the then. No touch it, do not touch it, then. Your Joel T, your Mitty Brown, your Barry Rasta. Tell them, big up, miss every ganja man. 90s man and the 50s man. Flossing and street is New York, them man. Crime man, new lots, them man. Big up, me tell them, big up the Flatbush man. 21st man and the Parkside man. Vanderveer man and the Bed-Stuy man. Linden, Bully and the...
When Jamcom catch a pussy hole and kick them up like soccer. Pull up all them sleep with that. Jamcom, yeah, Joel T, Barry Ross, King Rider, well, Camouflage, I want your mad, trust me, sell out. Yeah, Garrison thing, see them can't go around the other, see me I say Jamcom, trust me, yeah. When Jamcom catch a pussy hole and kick them up like soccer. Pull up all them sleep with all grabber. Hold them on top fire, on a licky back and back. Shaka Barry Rasta like a fag, giving me mama. Post blacker. Hold them and try this fatter. Ask them what's the blood clot matter. Them punk left it. Sata, Teflon, black blood. That we have a lot. Send them the kappa. Real bad man, them don't know about camera. Flash left shot in your belly. 90s, 50s, black tongue already. Hadaya, yes, one that we are ready.
Bone shaking and cones and make the skull upset. No, done set. Back of the class, man, on a subject. Got girl and all the be my one rough sex. She pop the money out, but you no drunk yet. Drift the cone down and make she get upset. You want money on the subject. Grab card, bad dad, skin tone, no fraud. Silence, hold on, fire. PDF file ready, new pan belly, can't hold pan belly. Ratchet in my ears, now send him down a medic. Me have the soul, she's full of good science. Wait till me buggy giant. Science. Wait till me buggy giant. Some get corrupt, I mean I talk on the phone, have no luck. I some link Mama G for the product. I'm a rub up in the aisle till sun up. Before 5 beat up on my stomach. So make we load up the chase then. I'll be a big bang at the army pen. The youth we rich and buy beer man. Tell us call don't fuck with no payment. New whip on the pavement. Talk white and I'm a clock so better know me rock the latest. But the drum up don't tell she want to give me the hand. You better know me all the know me all.
Jam Cam a real killer. When them touching, rub the seat dinner. This flat push. Yeah, I know. Them friend no say can I see. Anybody else
Jam Cam.
Check. Virus. Check. Sound man. Fellas, we all gotta take a picture by the mirror, okay? So, what?
The announcement you gotta play, bro.
Okay, what? What you want me to do? You want me to play or you want me to go take the picture?
Make the announcement.
All right, people. All sound man. We gotta have a picture, but you know I gotta be in that, son. What you try to do with Mario? Switch it for me. Joe Young, I go point to Joel middle name. Let's take the picture real quick. Fellas, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, yo folks, listen. The sooner you guys finish take a picture, the more time we have on the dance floor. We're here till 10:30, all right? Please, folks, the sooner we take the pic, the more time we have to ourselves. We're here till 10:30. Yeah. Yo, Chucky, I got a bone to pick with you. I need to talk to you, Chucky. Yes. Yeah. Your cameraman, please. ASAP, forthwith, please. It's Mikey, it's Spectrum segment, man. Yo, Mikey, forward, man. Yeah.
Mario, big up yourself every time. Sing Black Crystal song. Mario, I'm gonna ask you what you want to hear out of my box because you know Joel did love my song too, you know. Yeah? Anything? No, me just can't play anything. Barras. Any one of them. Okay, perfect. That's a good start. Yeah? Oh, yeah, look fit now, Barras. You want me to go right down in the morning? Oh, you know what this is about to be. This is about to be. I was talking to the lady, but okay. Virus. No. All right, people, they're ready? My name is Mikey Spectrum. For those who've been on the rock for the last 30 years, big up yourself, my brother. Yes, respect. Kim, I can't play what you're asking me to play because I got to play what Joel would want me to play, right? What is it? I'm going to stop real quick to hear what this song is. And if it's a 45, I'm not playing it.
Yo, Mikey. Wow, yo, Mikey.
Oh, shit.
They want dance, all job signs and in the eight. Spectrum. Watching up so right. So I can get the feet into me.
BMW, big up yourself every time. See, let me play this song.
It's a boat to Gargamel.
Yeah.
All you got to do is just give it away.
Keisha, big up yourself. Very single.
We don't care. A sound guy wants therapy. It's crazy.
I want big up Joel in this song too.
Spectrum sound.
I love this song to my heart, like my song I love Joel. Listen to me, man.
The saddest day in their lives.
Spectrum killer jumping sound. Friends were feeling the pain. The pain.
Let's go on the bass, Mikey Spectrum. What you mean? Our song is Black Crystal.
Spectrum friends were going inside.
Sad love, big up yourself, jump. Play the bass.
Tell them how we are busting on and them alone. Spectrum, we are press the trigger them alone. Watch it, how we are busting on and them alone. Spectrum.
One guru, and the guru I represent Spectrum. I super say, big up yourself in a DJ Reds. OJ,
Let me play my
Mikey
song,
Montana, Corey, Mikey Spectrum, One Nation. Well, alright then, One Nation.
Joel T, are you happy with that one you told? Lion face.
When I say we are so looking like we last, yeah. When the last we just are looking out with that, and some big shed boss in a man, no waste man last. One guru.
Hot sound and player, quickly.
Spectrum. I super say, big up yourself in a
Joel T, the one you feel you in, brother.
OJ, Mikey Montana, Corey, Mikey Spectrum, One Nation. Well, alright then, One Nation, but
Joel, me go play a rhythm for you too, like where you love.
When I say we are so looking like we last, yeah. When the last we just are looking out with that, and praise some big jump and
Styles, big up yourself every time, see? That's what you know, said Joel, swear by me.
Watch them meanly as them drag around the bus, yeah. Loyalty come with the cost, you know, for asking who them sound they have for last. Cause anytime you dub too big Spectrum, them will take you for a fool, lad.
Spectrum son. Me
go play some of the tune them Joel did love, man. But my song. Listen to me now, man.
Me hear them sit up. Time fear you this. Time fear you this. Full of fun. I'm the fish and bread, but sipping in it. Mikey Spectrum and the whole family, listen me. Chuck it.
What do I? Give it time.
Jesus Christ.
Watch
Spectrum song. They wanna know what's my road, mother. Brown butter. Spectrum sipping anything. Know what's my road, mother. Brown butter.
Cool the chat. Big up yourself, my brother. You know what Joel T did check for you too, you know, my brother. Yeah. What you mean? Come on. Byron, so we go play one of the songs them Joel. Every song we go play right now, a Joel love them song, yeah.
I say Spectrum, well painted and purple green, and we run the scene. Anything test, it's like a killing machine. Red, know yourself, see.
This is the blueprint to Shaggy Wonder. Listen.
Rhythm.
Big up Raven.
For them case again. Have mercy. Original Spectrum, I tell the boy them long time, you know. Have mercy.
Rick the Ruler.
Tell the boy them say. One chain up for me, say one chain down. But that the Spectrum walk on in a town. One chain up, we tell them one chain down. But that the Spectrum take down in a take down. Rush them Spectrum, say rush them now. Anything test, we a go kill them. Cross battle line, we eliminate them. You know, take me chuck it.
Oh, Jay. Wildlife gone to dance. Big up yourself. And the boy talk bad about Joel. You want to do that?
This. Chuck. Swing them up, I end them up alive. I could not Spectrum discard them and try for deprive. Yo, swing them up, I end them up alive. This Spectrum discard, none of them can survive. Yo, swing them up, I end them up alive. I Spectrum ready for the dirty vibe.
Stop Mikey Spectrum. Listen to me, man. This is another one Joel did love. One time me and Joel, we go over by Steve Austin them, right? And we have play all our old dub plate them. Yeah? Joel say, boy, the voice, this one not done one, you know. So I'm going to give you all a done one, Mikey. Right? So when I forward on, I say, all right, Joel.